Okay. I think we can start now. Okay, guys. First of all, thank you very much for joining today's meeting or today's night because it's an interesting experience with you guys because here we are going to talk. We are going to speak about something, many things actually that are going to be beneficial to you. You are going to benefit from the talks are going to be held through FlexiTalk program because actually we are going to host not only teachers and leaders from the school, from Flexi School, but also we're going to help to host many other people from outside the school, many other speakers from outside the school that are going to be very useful to you because of their experience they have and the way they are going to deliver this experience to you. Today's meeting is, and I don't want to make it very hard for you or long for you, but I want it to be beneficial. I need you to understand how to be a good learner, because you are learning from online context. And this makes you actually, and this puts you in either to understand how to make it beneficial, how to make your learning successful, or your learning is not going to be successful. That's why we need to understand. We need to learn together how to make our learning very successful. Okay. Now, I would like to show you a presentation. Very simple presentation because here I want to show you how to be a good learner in the future. Okay. First of all, in order to understand how to be a good learner, you have to understand first what is the learner means, or what is the type of learners, or how we learn. Every one of us actually is different. Learning is different because everyone is different than the other. That's why we have to understand our learning styles. Some people of us, some students of us are called visual learners. Some other are auditory learners. Some are kinesthetic learners. These types of learners, guys, this actually is not something that we need to memorize. This in general. Some people understand when they see. Some people understand when they hear, when they listen. Some people understand when they do and when they move, you know. This I can tell you actually. Yeah? Who's talking? Okay, can you put yourself on mute, please? Okay. So, you have to understand your style first. You have to know your style first. Now, let me help you to know your style. Let me help you with that. I will ask you a question, a very simple question. And I want you to, after I ask you the question, I will let you know your learning style. Okay? The question is, give me your phone number from right to left. Or give me your address from right to left. From right to left. Again, give me your phone number from right to left. Or give me your address from right to left. Now, some of us, when they are thinking, they look upward. They look upward. When they think, from right to left, so 3, 3, 9, oh, look upward. These are visual, mostly are visual persons. Some of us, when they think, they look straight. they do like that and look straight forward. When they look straight forward, mostly they are auditory. Some people of us, when they think, they look down to the ground like that. Look down to the ground. Mostly they are kinesthetic people. So there are so many other exercises that you can investigate and you can discover yourself by. I can send you also some other resources that can help you to discover your learning style. Once you discover your learning style, you will be able to completely understand yourself and you will be able to understand the way you can learn. So that you will focus much more on videos if you are visual, or you're going to focus much more on something to do, on hands-on activities if you are kinesthetic, and so on. Okay. Next. Regarding the overview slide here that I'm doing regarding our learning styles, or the skills, the learning skills that are going to benefit our learning styles. Here are some basic skills that we need to do in order to master our learning online. Okay, guys? Basically, we have to make sure that our study space is comfortable, equipped, and has no distraction. So, it doesn't mean that you are learning at home, you are learning from home. It doesn't mean that you're going to learn or going to study in a place that is not comfortable for studying. So you have to prepare a study space for you, a study station for you. It should be good. It should be good equipped and comfortable at the same time. No distraction happening. Whatever happens to you. This is the first skill that I want you to learn. So the first skill, you have to maintain a study space for you. Secondly, you have to understand your assessment strategy, because once you understand or you know the assessment strategy, you'll be able to understand how to master, how to get the high mark within your study. Because here you are going to understand that, for example, unit test is 20%, so I have to focus on it, and final exam is 30%. This is actually the biggest, and quizzes are summatively are 10%, not for everyone, but it's an average for every quiz. And the same scenario goes with the assignment. So you have to understand the assessment strategy. Once you understand the assessment strategy, you will be able to make sure that your goal is very specified and you understand what to do. I will also show you the assessment strategy of Flex in order to understand also how to be a good learner, how to master every course that you're learning. This is the second. The third one here, which is very important, it is exercising. Exercising. We are learning from home, and we have to always look after our health. So you don't have to pass 1 hour, 60 minutes without doing something. You shouldn't always just sit on your desk for more than 1 hour. You have always to stand up not more than 60 minutes. You can do that every 30 minutes. You have to stand up and do exercises. Do exercises like what? I can send you also some exercises, but basically you have to do exercises like that. Look, for your neck. Okay, for the neck, do exercises like that. Look, we have the first move and hold for 3 seconds. Second move and hold for 3 seconds. Third, hold for 3 seconds also. Go down, hold for 3 seconds. Then here, hold for 3 seconds, and here, hold for 3 seconds. This way, we are exercising our neck in order not to be injured or not to be having like any pain from this part, because most people feel pain because they are not doing that. And the most important thing, make sure that your backbone while you're doing the exercise is always straight. Don't bend your backbone while doing the exercise. Okay, so like that. So the exercise will be like that. Let me enlarge like that. then, then, then. You can do that like 3 times every day. This will make you really don't have any pain from this part, because this part makes a lot of distraction, a lot of problems to many of the students. So exercise. Not only this kind of exercise, but I can send you a lot of kinds of exercise that can help you. Anyway, do exercises. Don't let yourself passing 30 minutes without exercises while you're doing your activities online. Clear? Okay. Fourth, set goals. Setting goals is very important here, because without setting goals, you are going to just study without any plan. Setting goals is very important, and the goals should be something called SMART goals. Why it's called SMART? Because this is the abbreviation of specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. Which means that while doing as our goal, while thinking of our goals, we have to make sure that our goal is specific. So let's say that if I'm doing, if I'm setting a goal like I want to be the best one in the world, this is not specific. This is not the specific goal. Your goal should be specific. So let's say that I have to finish Unit 1 by tomorrow. This is a goal. This is a specific goal. Okay? This is the first part, which is specific. Make sure that your goal is specific. S, the first S. Then M, which is measurable. Measurable means I can measure it. I can measure either I have done this activity or have done this goal or not. So let's say that, okay, I have to finish lesson 1 and lesson 2 by the end of, or by 7 o'clock. Measurable, something measurable, I can measure it. So at 8 I can measure, at 6:30 I can measure. I can also finish 1 lesson or 2 lessons. In that case, I can measure either I have finished 1 or 2 lessons. So measurable, the second M. The third M, which is A, attainable. Attainable means it could be done. And this is also related to the fourth one, which is realistic. Realistic means that something from this world. You shouldn't think of a goal that is not related to this world. Okay, set a specific and realistic goal. And the last thing I'm actually giving it, which is the T, time. I'm giving it on itself, one item on itself. Set time frame. Setting a time frame is very important when it comes to learning with Flexi, because Flexi system, guys, is very flexible, and at the same time we give the freedom to students to study whenever they want, and to perform the assignments whenever they want, or even to finish the quizzes, or even to finish the course whenever they want. But at the same time, this freedom that we're giving to you, this liberty that we're giving to you, should be actually given, or should be framed by time. Without that, you're going to waste the whole year doing nothing. So you have always to think of time. Make sure that your time is always framed. Okay, last but not least, breaks. You have to give yourself breaks and to celebrate when you finish your goals. Celebration is very important. You have to celebrate. Celebrate your own way. I'm not actually given a specific way to celebrate, because some people are celebrating in very crazy ways. So celebrate your own way, but don't waste your time in celebration, but you have to celebrate. Give yourself a break, celebrate, and enjoy your success that you have done during setting the goals or achieving the goals. So again, give yourself a study space. Get a study space for you, because you have to maintain a good place for studying, and make sure that it is comfortable, equipped, and no distraction on it. Understand the assessment strategy, do exercises, set goals, set time frame, and perform breaks. This leads us to the assessment strategy. You remember that? And second, understanding assessment strategy. Now I'm giving a hint of it. Our assessment strategy, guys, is 10% for participation attendance, 10% for assignments, 10% for the quizzes. Of course, participation, assignments, quizzes, and projects, e-portfolio, all that we're taking averages. And then the test, 20%, the final exam, 30%. Once you understand this, you are going to set your priorities. You are going to set your priorities because you have to always think of how much this will give me in the assessment. So understanding the assessment strategy will help you very much, not only by the end of the year, but also during your school year. Now, I want to talk about flexi learning strategies. On flexi learning strategies, now I'm going to show you some hints that are going to help you very much when it comes to learning with flexi. Because we are doing something called flipped classroom. This is the best way that you can learn by if you want to master the degrees here in flexi. Okay, guys? So in flipped classrooms, this is a strategy that we want you to always stick on. Let me talk about it for a little bit. In flipped classroom, actually, some people, some students of us are misleading this or don't understand exactly how to study in flexi. But let me tell you how to study in flexi. Guys, you know that. Oh, yeah. Let me show you first here. This part of the system. Yeah. Do you remember this? Of course, so everyone know what's this. Okay, guys. For every course, you have here the planner. Now we are in Quadmaster 3, so this is week 1 in Quadmaster 3, week 2, and so on. Of course, you understand that. And here, you can see the lessons or the units, then the lessons. So you have to study this way. Start with the lesson. Read the lesson. Understand the lesson. Absorb it. Do the exercises on the lesson. Watch the videos in the lesson. If there are other interactive activities, perform them. This is before meeting your teacher. Do this by yourself. Do this by yourself. So first, I need you to go through the lessons by yourself. This is the strategy. This is called flipped classroom, by which actually you are going to gain the maximum from Flexi system. So read the lesson first, and then go through the assignment and try to answer the assignment by yourself. And stop here. And stop here until you meet with the teacher. So let's say that through reading and performing the assignments by yourself, through that we call this self-learning. Through that, you're going to take like 60%, or let's say 50%, or even 40%. Okay. Then you're going to meet with your teacher with questions. You're going to meet with your teacher with goals. You're going to meet with your teacher because you have a lot of concerns. You have to learn something. You have already read the lesson, but you still need to understand specific points. That's why this makes the live session very beneficial to you and very important to you, and by which you can take the 100%. So if you take like 40% by self-learning, you're going to take the rest 60% from the live session from the teacher. Otherwise, you're going to some students actually are just waiting for the live session and just wait for the teacher until he or she finishes the lesson and take like 40% and then forget about the live session and the information through the live session, and then go after 1 week or 2 weeks through the lesson again. The student is going to forget even the 40%. So in order to get this, in order to understand or to get the maximum from Flexi system, do this. Start your lesson, start studying first. Start studying by going through the lesson by yourself, by self-learning. Do the exercises, do the activities, and even do the assignments, and then meet the teacher. Okay, but what we are going to do here, what are we going to do here? I can actually suggest this one. Look, there's something called KWL chart. KWL chart. So you're going to read the lesson and you will list here what you know. So you will list right here what you learned. Oh, sorry. You will list right here what you already have learned from the lesson. So I have learned blah 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 blah. But I still have questions. So I will wait until live session, and during the live session I need to know blah 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 blah. So here are my needs in the lesson, so that I will go to the lesson with questions. I will meet the teacher with questions. I will wait for the teacher to answer these questions during the lesson, or if the teacher didn't answer these questions, I will ask the teacher, so that I'm attending the lesson with my reasons. I'm taking care of my learning. So here, the first part, I will list what I have already learned, or what I have, what I know through the lesson, what I understood through reading the lesson by myself, by self-learning. Here, I will put my questions or the things that I didn't understand through self-learning. After taking the lesson, or after taking the live session, I will list here what I have learned. And this is the fruit. This is the best fruit that you can get. You know, now, this way, you're not only accepting or receiving information from the teacher, you are taking care of your lessons. You are taking care of your learning. You are determining what you learned through your readings. And here you are setting the goals and discussing these goals with your teacher through the live session. And by the end of that, of the whole process, you will be having the fruit, the things that you have learned from the lesson. This way, you are going to take 100%. So let me get back to flipped classroom. Yeah. So look here. So start reading and watching the lesson content. Then fill in the KWL chart. This is the KWL chart. Okay, fill it in, or start with K first, for sure. Just start with K first. And then attend the live session, then answer the quiz and assignments after answering or after filling in the KWL chart. So again, to make it clear one more time, you will read the lesson. You will read the lesson and determine the parts that you understood from here. And this should take place before the live session. Okay, this is before the live session. And then this is also before the live session. You will determine the parts that you need to learn from the teacher. You will determine the parts that you need to learn from the teacher. So that list them point by point. And then after the live session, this is the last part, which is after the live session, you will list here all the points that you have learned. All the points that you have learned. Okay, this is what we call flipped classroom. And this way you are going to take 100% in Flexi. And by the way, this is one of the most important learning strategies that I want you to learn, because this is not only in Flexi, by the way. When you grow up and when you go to the university, this will be very beneficial to you, by the way. If you use this strategy, this is something that is going to be very beneficial to you when you grow up. Okay, guys? Do you have any questions? Yeah, I have here a question from Karim. Salam, what if I did assignment and understand without submitting it? Am I still okay, or I have to submit it? Of course, Karim, you have to submit it, because we cannot know that you understood the assignment, or you have performed the assignment. How could we know? You have to submit that, because this is the evidence. Without that, there is no evidence. All right? Okay, Rahaf, go ahead. Rahaf? Okay, Batul? Batul? Unmute yourself. Okay, go ahead, listening.
Okay. In the homework, for example, in social studies, when I try to go through my lessons before having the lesson, when I scroll down, it doesn't go. So I couldn't see what the lesson is about.
No, it's okay if you have. Yeah, don't worry. Some technical issues sometimes happens, but don't worry. You can just report that to us. You can call Dr. Tulip, and she will report that to the teacher and the technical team. Don't worry. There's something that might happen from time to time.
Okay.
Okay, Batul. Any more questions, guys? I can take one more question. Raf, go ahead. Rahaf?
I have a question about, because I came in the middle of like Codemaster 3. I want to know if I have to do the other assignments that happened before I come. Like,
No,
there's like
only
so
for
much
Codemaster
assignments
3,
done
Rahaf.
before I come.
No, only for Codemaster 3, Rahaf.
Yeah, I know, but like I came in the middle of Codemaster 3. So do I have to do also the other things I missed?
Yes. And you can get back to the live sessions
Okay.
through from class and system. You can listen to the recordings.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't want to make it too long, so thank you again. Enjoy your weekend, and happy Ramadan for everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.